Okay? Ready? All right, we're going to take some time. We're going to stretch first, get loosened up, and then when all people get here, then we'll do the motions just as soon as they get here, okay? All right, ready? Chin, you got it. There you go, good job. Jumping jacks. Okay. Heels. Back and forth. Good. Hands up. 5 push-ups. Push-ups. Don't be sloppy. Don't rush. Do good ones. That's good. Jasper, is that you in the back? Yep, Jasper, good push-ups. What? No. Where are you at? Keep going, keep going. Supposed to make you tired. Supposed to, come on, don't stop, let's go. Keep that belt on. Jump. Okay. Come on. We're going to do this for the rest of the night, y'all. Get it right. Jump your heels. Come on. You're okay. Keep going. Hands up, Katie. All right, stop. Keep your line straight. We can just, Gina. Liam. Thank you. All right, Casey. Is Micah going to come or no?
He's at a baseball game.
Okay, but he is going to come to class? Probably not? Okay, no worries. All right. Out. Yes. Very good, Jasper. Everybody sit down. Push. Both feet forward. Both feet forward. Legs flat. And stretch. Itchy. Knee. Legs flat. Sun. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Q. Hachi. Sichi. Liam. Don't do that. Roku. Legs flat. Go. She. Sun. Knee. Itchy. Good feet. As far as you can get them with the legs flat. The knees down. Stretch to the front. Yes, ma'am. She said she was. I haven't heard from her. Itchy. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Wrong. Goes up. Ju. Q. Hachi. Sichi. Roku. Go. She. Sun. Knee. Big stretch. Itchy. Now come to your left foot. As far as you can reach. Keep your legs flat. Itchy. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Right foot. Itchy. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Ichi,
Ichi,
Ni,
Ni,
San,
San,
Shi,
Shi,
Go,
Go,
Roku,
Roku,
Sichi,
Sichi,
Achi,
Achi,
Kyu,
Ju,
Ju.
Ju.
Good. Butterfly. Stretch down. Ichi,
Ichi,
Ni,
Ni,
San,
San,
Shi,
Shi,
Go,
Go,
Roku,
Roku,
Sichi,
Sichi,
Achi,
Achi,
Kyu,
Ju,
Ju.
Ju.
Piece in front. Ichi,
Ichi,
Ni,
Ni,
San,
San,
Shi,
Shi,
Go,
Go,
Roku,
Roku,
Sichi,
Sichi,
Achi,
Achi,
Kyu,
Ju,
Ju.
Ju.
Very good. Pull frog. Ichi,
Ichi,
Ni,
Ni,
San,
San,
Shi,
Shi,
Go,
Go,
Roku,
Roku,
Sichi,
Sichi,
Achi,
Achi,
Kyu,
Ju,
Ju.
Ju.
Very good. Raise it up. All right, we're going to go through the yoi several times. Before we do that, we'll wait for Artie here before we switch lines. We're going to go through yoi several times for Kason and the other beginners. Make sure we get that right. Some of you senior belts can go work on it too. Ready, settle through. Get that out of your mouth. Stop your chewing. Keep scared. Wiggle. Stay still. Hang down. Ready? Yoi. Just the left. Just the left chance. Don't tell your right foot. Big circle. Fist. Good. All right, let's do it again. Eyes to the front, all the front. Is your nose on fire? Shh. Control. Control itches, tickles, anything like that, sweat in your eye, you're okay. You'll be all right. You're supposed to have control. Okay? It's not self-control when it's easy. Okay? Ready? Yoi. Don't move. Don't move. Right hand should get a fist. Left hand on top. Don't move. Okay? Ready? Be in control of yourself. Then. Hands down. Hands down. Ready? Yoi. Okay? Ready? Just a minute. All right. Let's go ahead and switch the lines now. Some of the senior belts are here. Everybody bow. Push. Already chance to come forward. They'll go back up. Back up. Casey, step behind. could come up with it, it's right here. I've got a Nixon and Enterprise, that's why I got you backwards. Nixon and Enterprise, okay. All right. Now listen, for the senior belts up front, you've heard this many times before. This is more for the beginners. What is your rank? What is your rank? Frosty, who gets to stand with their hands on the hips? All right. Black belts. Only black belts get to stand this way. Who gets to stand this way? The most senior person in the room. Usually that will be me, but sometimes maybe Sensei Lee, sometimes maybe it will be Mr. Cole, sometimes maybe one of the other black belts. Okay? But only the senior person in the room gets to stand this way. Only black belts get to stand this way. Who gets to lean on the walls? Who gets to sit down without permission? Okay. All right. So, what I was saying, this is for the beginners more than anybody else. Liam, listen. Okay, I want you to remember this, okay? All right. The reason that we call you to attention and expect you to stand still. The reason when you go to Yoi, we expect you to stand still. When you're in karate form, we expect you to stand still. When you're doing your katas, we expect you to stand still. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why we want you to be perfectly still. Can anybody tell me what that reason is? All right. It doesn't help with discipline. It helps teach discipline. Right? So, it's not really discipline that you're learning. It's how to control yourself that you're learning. It's how to hold yourself accountable. Who's responsible, Rossi? Who's responsible for you? Yourself. Who else? Nobody. You are responsible for you. You control your actions. So you have to learn how to do that. You have to learn that I'm responsible for me. So, when you learn that, then you become disciplined. So why is it important for us to teach you that? Why do we focus on that so much? Anybody? All right. That's a great example. For you to defend yourself, you have to always be in control of yourself. If you can't control yourself at Yoi, when you're standing still and there's not a threat, how are you ever going to control yourself when a fist is coming at your face and you're scared? You won't. So learning that level of self-control is important. But even beyond that, Liam, are you listening? Are you listening, baby? Okay. Think about all the people you know in your life who are really successful, who have worked hard and made a good life for themselves. You ain't got to tell them, you ain't got to name them. Just think about who they are. Every one of those people have been disciplined, use self-control, and that's how they become successful. Undisciplined people with no self-control are very rarely successful. So it's more than teaching you karate. It's teaching you how to build yourself into a success. You understand that? So that's important. It's not just kick the punches and blocks. It's how you live your life. All right? Okay. All right. Let's go again. Okay. Ready? Good. Now, for some of the beginners, I know that Casey hasn't learned this. Yame is the opposite of yoi. Yame means to finish. So your left foot's going to be the one that moves again. You're going to step in, yame, step in, and bring your hands straight up in the front. Just a little space between your arms so you can see through. Breathe in. Then double block down. Stop. Arm straight. There you go. And then bow in. Close. So your way, when you begin, you start with bow, and then y'all make when you end with bow. Hi?
Hi.
Okay? Ready? Good. Yummy. Very good. I want everybody to step up one square, please. Good. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. We're going to work karate form. I think everybody's done this except for Kason. Kason, this is another one of our starting positions. Okay. So, okay. Ready? You're going to step back with your right foot. You're going to step toward the corner with your right foot. Step. Your left hand is going to come up on top. This is called a MojuKai. Nice. And right hand across your body. Good, 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 good. This way again. Come on. You're having a good class so far. Let's go. Hands up. Good. Then. All right, now, turn that foot to all your toes facing the front. There you go. Now keep this leg straight. And this leg bend. Good. Bend, 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 bend. No, no, no. Don't turn your foot. Don't turn your foot. Bend your knee. Now, foot facing the front. Now, bend. Yes. This way. Like that. Now, left hand's going to block down and key out. Go. It's going to stay here. Keep that knee moving. It's got to stay in. All right, step forward, yummy. Again, Coach K. Ready? Step back, karate form. The right foot step, left hand block down. Turn your feet face the front. Good. Bend the front knee, block the back leg. Good. And switch your hands. Then block down. You need the most? You need your most? Yes, sir. Block. Good. All right, yummy. Step up. And then, okay? Ready? Step back, karate form. You go straight down. That'll work for now. Toes facing front. Knee, that's right. All right. Everybody hands up. No, no, no. Move your feet. Don't move your feet. Hands up. Listen to the words. Okay. We're going to do balance drills. Pick your back leg up, knee up high as you can pick it up. Straight in front. Front kick chamber. Up. Stop. And hold it. Up. Down. You're okay. Up. High as you get it. Stay up high. Good. Down. Oh my goodness. So watch. I'm going to show y'all a couple of things. Bison Braun, Casey, you were doing it. I think you did fine. I think, Lynn, you might have been doing it. So when you're picking your leg up, Kennedy, you're still doing this too. I'll show you in a minute what you're doing. When you're picking your leg up, watch right here. This is turning like that. Okay, you're turning this way. And that's why you can't keep your balance. Keep this straight here. All right, it's got to be straight up. Now, Kennedy, what you're doing is you're doing this, and your knee's pointing this way. Straight. Okay? The straighter you keep it, the straighter you keep your hips, the better your balance is going to be. Up. See? Good. Down. Good. Keep your hips straight. Liam, get back in line. Up. Bend your knee, baby, not your kid. Just your knee. Just your knee. This one. Here. Hold. Down. It's much better. Why are you looking in that mirror? Girl, you are not a black belt. You are not a black belt. Look at me. But you will be a yellow belt forever if you don't learn to control that. This mirror is your enemy. How many times have you heard me say that? A lot. Yes? Okay? Now, you should be looking in that mirror. Your target is there. Up! That's a good chamber hold. That's much better, Kendi. Now look at your balance. Down. Much, much better, kids. Up! And down. You're like you're on ice skates over here. Up! That's right. Good. It's okay. Down. Up. Get it right. As you're picking it up, it's got to be right. Down. The problem is not what you do when you get to the end. The problem is how you get there. Right? Go. Nope. Go. That is wrong. No. Go. Your knee, that should never be that way. When you start, it's got to be here. Here. Feel the difference? Okay? You're coming around this way. Don't come around. Come straight. Good. Again. Go. Your time. Get up. Hold it. See? When you come around to the side, this way you won't lose balance every time. Up! Liam.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. Down. Okay, so try not to brace your foot against your knee. To begin with, sometimes you don't have to, but try not to. Spread your hands. Who's blocking your face? That ain't his job. Up! Bend your knee. Bend your knee. Down. You gotta get the knee up. Up! Down. Now, this is right. Okay? It's not what you did the last time. Last time you did it, this turn back. That's go this way. Now, Liam, look at me. If you don't like it, I understand. But look at me, but you don't get to talk about not liking it. You understand? Okay. Up. Down. Up. Okay. Down. So all you beginners, all this group right here, yes, it's hard when you first start. But once you learn where that balance point is at, once you learn how to get that knee up right, it gets a lot easier. Up! And when it gets easier, we'll give you something else that's hard to do.
Yes.
And down. But that stops after yellow belt, doesn't it already? So we don't give you anything more difficult to do. You just said yes, sir, you say it. Switch feet. Yes, Rossi. We're going to scribble. Left knee up. Try to keep it straight. Yes. Higher. That's good. That's good. What's wrong with you? Oh my goodness. Bunch of kangaroos in the room. Down.
I'm wanted.
Come on.
That's down.
All right, stop. Push back door. Try to sensei lead. Good evening, ma'am. As you were, left foot behind.
You're looking great tonight.
Well, it's a big group, I don't know how pretty they are. Left foot behind, left foot behind. The straighter you pick that knee up, the tighter you hold that hip, the easier that balance point's gonna be. Up! Down. Right there. Up. Right, that's right. Down. You got it. Keep working. Up. Right, again. Down. See that? That's when you start. Start this way. But later, turn it to the inside. When you start, you go straight this way.
Those hands up.
And you do it. Yes, you get there, up. Relax, relax. Here. Hold your elbow down, see? Up! Down. This way. You won't walk. Up!
Sweet, there you go.
Down. 25 more. Up!
Yay! Let's go.
I thought the green goes the other way. Like, I know better than that. That's good. Down. How tall you plan on being? I just realized how tall you getting. My goodness. Up! Good. Good. And then there you go hop. Down. You are picture perfect on your right leg. What is going on with your left leg? So all of a sudden your left leg lost some IQ points? Up! No, again. Down.
Just set your foot straight back instead of pulling your leg behind. It'll be easier to pull it straight.
Come up straight.
Right there. How far there now?
This has to squeeze here.
That front knee. Use your front knee. Change back there straight.
See?
There you go.
See? All right, up! Other leg there. Down. Up! I'll see the shoulders up. Down. There. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Up! Come on. Oh, come on. You almost had it. You almost had it. Down. That's right. Now, don't try to jerk your knee up. Let it be a smooth rise. And keep your hips in control the whole time. Up! Down. All right, step forward, yummy. All right. And we got a special visitor tonight. What do you think about that, Chance? You want to go home? Oh, you go hug her? No, we're not going to do that. No, y'all go hug her. Us.
How's my karate kids doing? Good.
So for everybody who doesn't know Sensei Lee is the lady who started this school. So all these green belts, they started under her. And then for some reason they decided to stay when I started teaching. Yes, sir. Yeah, here. Good to see you, Sensei.
Yes, sir, you too.
These two aren't here, Sensei. Matter of fact, he was in the earlier class, so they come back tonight. Just these four.
Okay. Which one did you?
It's up to you. Yes, ma'am. You want to go right now? Right now. wait on you. Hurry up. Okay, if you're a quiet, oh, your parents, hang on just a minute. Listen, before we get started, Liam, listen to me. Promotions are a very serious thing. So, don't cut up, don't talk out, don't make noise. When somebody gets promoted, you can applaud for them, but don't be silly about it, all right?
Aye.
Okay. Everybody just drop some back. Good job. Listen. All right, parents. Go on. Listen, you have any idea where your parents went, buddy?
I think they're outside.
Okay. Let me see if I can get with your dad. Come on up, please. Come on. Yes, sir. Questions?
There come.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Where's your mom, baby?
She just said she was like coming back directly.
Okay, all right. I got her on the phone. Oh my God. Hey, Mama, are you almost back? Okay. It's okay. She's right. That's when we've normally done it. No worry, we'll wait for you. Awesome. Yes, ma'am. Okay. You let your mama escape like that? How do you do that? So while we're waiting for Miss Cantrip, children, Liam, pay attention, buddy. And y'all heard me say all of this before, but we're gonna say it again in front of your parents. Every single one of you, you get to come here because your parents give up something, or your grandparents, or your parents and your grandparents, or your grandparents, your parents, and your aunts and your uncles and your family. Somebody gives up something for you to get to come here. It's either time or money, usually both, or sacrificing something they want to do. That's important. If you're thankful that they do that, but you never say thank you, being thankful is meaningless. Just because you feel it doesn't mean they know it. So you need to always be mindful to say thank you to whoever makes it possible for you to be here, or to do any of the other activities that you do. That's called gratitude. You should be very, very disciplined about sharing that. All right?
Aye.
Okay. It's not easy. I promise you. You can ask me, are there things you'd rather be doing instead of bringing me here, like stuff that's important to you? And most of them are going to be like, there's things I need to be doing. But you know what they're going to say? You're more important. Because that's what a good parent does. Be thankful for that, all right?
Aye.
All right. It's okay? Ready?
Yes.
All right. Us. All right. Parents, feel free to come around, take your pictures, give your space, wherever you need to get. We've got a couple that are supposed to be promoted. that did not come tonight, so we'll get them, next week in class. But, yeah, come wherever you need to be, sir. So if you're a white belt being promoted, what you're supposed to do is bow out of your line, come around to the front when your name is called, stop in front of me right here, and I'll instruct you from there, okay?
I tell you what, while we're waiting, giving some moms a little extra time, let's go ahead and give those that were promoted, supposed to be promoted this afternoon, or couldn't come tonight, let's go ahead and give them a big hand, okay? Glory Collins was promoted to 4th Q green belt. Give her a hand.
Last green belt.
Yep, her last green belt. And David Jackley was promoted to his 8th Q yellow belt. So let's give him a hand. Good job. All right. I love promotions.
This is one of my favorite days of the year.
You want to give your yellow belt?
When they come up, I'll do it then.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's how familiar she is with my yellow speech. She already knows what I'm gonna say.
Known him a long time. All right, moving up to 9th Q yellow belt, Bison Bennett. Give him a hand.
Down, push, shake hands. Push, like that. Now, turn around, pay attention, Brian, you can mix, turn around, go down your left knee. Put this knee on the floor. Backwards. Listen, you're the first kid that ever got that wrong. That's a lie. Everybody gets it wrong. All right, take your belt off. Now, for the parents that have never seen this before, what I do when a student moves up in belt color is I take the privilege of tying that belt into the final knot that it should ever be tied in. Unless you grow up and have kids and they start karate, and then they can wear your white belt if you want them to. Or you can say, oh no, there's a lot of my sweat in that, I'm gonna keep that. Now, after it is tied to this knot, you get to decide who gets this. You get to give this to somebody. Who would you like to give this to? Not your mom or your dad? You gonna give it to somebody you barely know? Why don't you give this to your mom or your dad? To your mom? Okay, that way you can have it later. I'm sorry. All right, stand up. Facing that way. Now, these belts are long. They're long on purpose because you're gonna be in this green belt for a while. And that gives you time to grow into it. About 1.5 years to 2 years is what a person will stay in a belt. Turn, bow, push. Now, shake hands with Sensei Lee, and she's gonna give you your certificate.
That's a good job. Congratulations.
All right, and come right over here and stand by the corner, please.
Also moving up to 9th Q yellow belt, Braun Bennett.
Bow. We gotta teach y'all how to hustle. Bow, push. Shake hands. Push. Turn around. Go on your left knee. And that's what you will learn from brother. That's right. Take your belt off. Bro, who we gonna give this to? Don't look at me, I'm not gonna make a decision for you. Which one? Dad? Stand up. over there, stand by the corner. Okay, so, the yellow belt speech, and some of the parents that's been here for a while, y'all heard this before, so my apologies for going through this again, but it's important. I started karate when I was 14, and the person that I am now, I'm not the same person that I was then. I was extremely shy, timid, didn't want to have any kind of contact, and like I was the worst, again, timid, most intimidated person you could imagine. I started karate at 14, and by the time I was 16, 17 years old, I was not timid anymore. I had found myself. And it was through karate that happened. So it absolutely changed me as a person. In more ways than that, but it did a lot for me. And I remember at 15, when I tested for my first yellow belt, and they told me that I had passed, I thought they're just being nice to this timid kid. And didn't think that I had earned it. So I go to get test my second yellow belt, and they told me that I had passed. And my instructor pulled me aside in class and he said, listen, we don't do this anymore, but if we were allowed to do this, we would double promote you. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, well, we give you 2 belts. You did that good. And for the first time in my life, somebody had said something that made me believe in myself, that made me believe I can achieve this. So I try my hardest to give that same sense of accomplishment and achievement to every kid that comes through here. And sometimes I have to snatch it out of them, and sometimes I have to beat it into them. But we do what every person needs. And we have to treat each kid, each student differently, because that's what they need. They don't need the same thing. But in the end, what it means to me, everybody looks at black belt as the ultimate goal. Black belt's the symbol of achievement, and it shouldn't be that way. They work hard for these belts. They've been through it, and some more than others. Some it comes a little more naturally to, some it's a little harder for. But everybody has to rise to a standard. And if they don't rise to that standard, then they don't get promoted. But never devalue or underestimate what it takes to make these so-called minor achievements, because they're important, especially to these kids. All right, Coach Gay, thank you for being promoted, and Val, what is it? Good job. Now, what's up, ladies? Now, Sensei, were these 2 of your originals?
Rossi was,
Rossi was, yes. So Ari must not have been too far behind.
not too far behind.
So Sensei Lee started this school in August of 21?
Yes, sir.
August of 21. We've known each other since you were 14? 13? So about 10 years. That's how long we've known each other. I have seen Sensei Lee go from beginner all the way through the belt ranks. And, well, not all the way, that's not true. You did some time with Master Foster.
You saw me all the way through my first degree black belt.
Yes, ma'am.
Shut up. Yes, sir.
And then she transitioned over to a different system, well, it's hard to explain. Same style, different group, and she studied for a number of years in that group. And then life happens and we crossed paths again, 2020 or so?
2019.
2019, yep. And she decided she wanted to transition over to MojuKai, and then she told me she wanted to be an instructor. And I'm like, well, hallelujah, because you're one of the best I've ever seen at it. And I've told her this a dozen times, she's probably tired of hearing it. Sensei Lee is one of the best teachers of technique that I've ever been around. And she just understands technical approach to things. So it was an honor for me that she wanted to transition to be a part of MojuKai. And so for the parents who don't know her, this is Sensei Amanda Lee. These are all her certificates on the wall that you see every day. But Rossi, one of the originals, and here we are. Okay, you ready? You keep saying that. You ready? Are you sure? Okay, all right. Let's.
Let me start out by saying that Rossi was my first student to sign up here in Troy. And so I'm very, very proud and excited for both you young ladies. I'm over the moon that you've reached this milestone in your karate life. This is a big deal, and, you know, I won't be able to call you Rossi and Ari anymore. Okay? And y'all too. We will no longer call them by their first name. We will say Miss in front of it. Okay? So this is a big deal. It took both of them a while to get here. Okay? Not everybody makes it to their brown belt.
So, I'm sorry, since I didn't.
No, no, sir, I'm done.
So for all the people who are not familiar with the process, there are a lot of karate systems locally you can join, and you can get a black belt in 2 years. It is a minimum of 2.5 years to make a brown belt here. As Rossi demonstrates, sometimes it's much longer than 2.5 years. Just depends on the individual and what they're able to put into it and the way the time works out. We have a lot of students that are in 4.5, 5 years before they ever make a brown belt. So it's the equivalent of being a black belt in most systems. So we treat it that way. It's a big deal, ladies. Plus.
All right. Moving up to her third Q brown belt, Miss Rossi Ratcliffe.
Plus. Who are you gonna give this to, Ross?
Me.
Me.
So normally, and I told Ms. Rishi, no, but he has given me the honor of tying your belt on. And I'm humbled, and I'm so proud of you. I don't get emotional very often, but I am right now.
This.
Thank you, sir. Now, one more. And you may not know this. Well, let me back up. I have known Ari's grandmother for, let's see here, you do a little math, almost 30 years. So when this one came into the world, I knew about it, and I have seen her grow up to this beautiful young lady. And for her to come and for me to be her first karate teacher, I was so excited. And I'm very proud of you too. So moving up to her third Q brown belt, Ariana Catrick.
You're gonna give this to Sweetie.
Thomas Titus Ritchie. Us.
You ready? Hey. All right. All right, back to scale. The brown belts being promoted. Ready? All right, good job, ladies. Look, hand those to your parents, grandparents over here. Go, Sensei. Go, Sensei. So, as they step out, in traditional Japanese karate, it's respect to bow to your brown belts and black belts when they come into the dojo. So, as they're promoted, since they've taken them outside when they come back in for the very first time as brown belts, we're going to bow to them as a group. Aye?
Aye.
Yes, ma'am. So we're doing this. Turn around, face back. Back, Miss Ariana. Boys. Point in, ma'am. And back, Miss Rossi. Point in, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sensei. There you go. Okay. Ready?
Rishi Darby, thank you for tonight's promotions. Ready?
Sensei Lee, ready?
It's been a while since you got to do that, wasn't it, baby? Was. If you would please, let's have the entire group gather up right here in front of the side. And let's get a group picture, please. Somebody just take a picture. Will you send that to me, please? Some way. I think most of you have my phone number.
You can come up here for me, baby. Can you come up here, please? There we go. All right.